Continuing from the last chapter, the Emperor-grade pill that Xiao Yan had refined astonishingly transformed into a beautiful woman, which reminded him of Sun Air. Mu Lei's words were like thunder. As soon as his voice fell, countless eyes around the Yu family's courtyard were fixed on Xiao Yan. Hearing Mu Lei's shout, Yu, Ru, and a few others from the Alchemist Association turned pale. They suddenly recalled that the milky white flame was the same one Xiao Yan had used during his pill refinement. At this moment, a wave of shock enveloped everyone's hearts. Xiao Yan's expression gradually darkened. So, the person who killed Wu Cheng's son, Wu Huan, is you, Xiao Yan? Mu Lei pressed on relentlessly. Master Mu, you must be joking. Ever since I came out of the ruins, I have been here at the Yu family. How would I have the time to go deep into the demonic beast mountain range? Xiao Yan responded calmly. Moreover, Wu Huan, being the son of Wu Cheng, would certainly have strong protectors by his side. I'm just a humble alchemist. Isn't that giving me too much credit? Xiao Yan continued without haste. The faint traces of that milky white flame we discovered matched the aura coming from you exactly. Mu Lei had already anticipated that Xiao Yan wouldn't surrender so easily, which is why he brought his son, Mu Lu, along. Having fought Xiao Yan before, Mu Lu instantly recognized that the milky white flame came from Xiao Yan. At that moment, sensing something was off, the atmosphere above the Yu family courtyard became deathly silent. Eyes filled with shock were glued to Xiao Yan, who stood on the distant horizon. Could it be that this guy really killed Wu Huan? Murmured an elder within the Yu family. Not necessarily. Wu Huan wouldn't be that easy to kill. Maybe this is all just a setup for revenge. The third elder, whose face was usually adorned with a smile, had finally turned solemn. Wu Cheng is really good at this, using Wu Huan's death as an excuse to openly arrest Xiao Yan. Bai Su from the Alchemist Association said, staring at Mu Lei in midair. Xiao Yan's silence seemed to embolden Mu Lei. A hint of smugness appeared at the corner of his mouth as he spoke again. In the ruins, you fought my son and used a milky white flame with immense power, witnessed by many. Isn't that irrefutable evidence? There are countless people on the Xianling continent who can use milky white flames. Are they all suspects in Wu Huan's murder? Xiao Yan sneered. Even though he knew this was a trap, Xiao Yan understood that even if he claimed Wu Huan was alive, few would believe him. Mu Lei coldly replied, others having milky white flames doesn't prove much, but according to my son Mu Li's earlier account, you obtained great fortune from within the ruins. You left the ruins later than others, just when Wu Huan was deep in the demonic beast mountain range in seclusion. All this makes you the prime suspect. And now, you share the same flame as the mysterious person. If all these are mere coincidences, they seem a bit too convenient, don't they? The confrontational exchange made Xiao Yan and Mu Lei the new focal points above the Yu family courtyard. Countless gazes fell upon Xiao Yan. Many onlookers had expressions mixed with shock and disbelief. It was hard to believe that this young man, not much older than themselves, was not only an emperor-grade alchemist, but also the mysterious figure who supposedly killed Wu Huan. It was common knowledge that alchemists generally had less combat prowess compared to those who trained in Dou Qi. Master Mu, I have no desire to argue with you further. If you don't have concrete evidence, you shouldn't make baseless accusations. Although Wu Cheng is powerful, a rumor like this could tarnish your reputation. And as for where I go, that's for me to decide, not you. Xiao Yan said, his patience waning as he sensed Mu Lei's firm intention to prevent his departure. With a flick of his sleeve, he added coldly, I've had enough of this. With that, Xiao Yan turned and descended towards the Yu family courtyard, not bothering to stay any longer. Xiao Yan, if you have any issues, you should come back to Wu City with us, Mu Lei commanded, waving his hand. Seize him. As Mu Lei's shout echoed through the air, over a dozen elite members of the Yu family suddenly sprang into action. White silhouettes shot out, Dou Qi surging wildly. In a flash, they surrounded Xiao Yan. Without uttering a single word, these elites, with their cold and stern expressions, swiftly moved their hands. Long swords gleamed as they were drawn. forming a circle of sword shadows that enveloped Xiao Yan. Do you really think our Yu family has no one to stand against Wu City? The third elder of the Yu family sighed inwardly, his gaze fixed on Xiao Yan in the center. Now, escape seemed impossible. The dozen or so elites from the Mu family, who were prepared to capture Xiao Yan, were also momentarily stunned by this sudden surge of power. Watching the unexpected arrival of the Yu family's third elder, Xiao Yan took a moment to think. The deadly silence engulfed the Yu family courtyard as Xiao Yan remained silent for a long time. Suddenly, he took a sharp step forward. This abrupt movement immediately caused the Mu family elites to tense up, their bodies brimming with faint, flickering Dou Qi. I have no idea what Master Mu is talking about. Xiao Yan slowly raised his head and glanced at the Mu family elites who were ready to attack at any moment. He slightly furrowed his brows, his previously tense body relaxing a bit. His voice was calm. Honestly, I have no desire to cause trouble with Wu City. It is a force that has stood tall on the Xianling continent for so many years. Its foundation is not to be underestimated. However, this did not mean Xiao Yan was afraid of them. Currently, Xiao Yan was not only a peak 3-star Dou, but also an Emperor-grade alchemist at the first rank. With such status, even someone at Mu Lei's level would have to show him due respect. But, given that he was on someone else's territory, he didn't want to completely break ties until the last moment. Don't know? Mu Lei sneered at Xiao Yan's words. You can say whatever you want, but you'll say it back in Wu City. His tone was commanding. Utter nonsense. Yu also grew slightly angry, recognizing this as an obvious plot against Xiao Yan. When his daughter had begged him to rescue Xiao Yan from the depths of the demonic beast mountain range, he had agreed. By the time they reached the depths, Wu Huan had indeed been seriously injured by Xiao Yan, but not fatally. Moreover, when Yu intervened, Wu Huan was saved. How could anyone say that Wu Huan was killed by Xiao Yan? Master Yu, please calm down. This is a private matter between our Wu and Mu families and Xiao Yan. If Master Yu insists on getting involved, then the Yu family will have to prepare for war with our two families. Mu Lei's voice boomed like thunder across the sky. Not only is Xiao Yan a guest elder of our Yu family, but he has also rendered great service to us. Yu laughed heartily. I am determined to protect him today. Master, we can't afford to provoke the anger of both the Wu and Mu families. Several elders from the Yu family advised cautiously, concerned about Yu's decision. Then our Yu family will take that gamble. We'll protect this young man no matter what. The usually silent third elder remembered what Yu had told him earlier. He also shouted in support. Enough! My decision is final. I will bear all the consequences. Yu asserted, looking at the Yu family members around him. Yuru glanced at her father and felt an overwhelming sense of pride in him at this moment. Yu, don't be so unwise. Mu Lei barked. Capture Xiao Yan, he ordered again. Senior, there's no need for you to intervene. I can handle this. Xiao Yan spoke up. Yu had gone out of his way to help him, and with the entire Yu family behind him, Xiao Yan couldn't drag them further into this. The Mu family elites were selected by the family elders from among the most capable disciples. In terms of power, they could be considered among the top ranks of the 7 major cities. Their cooperation was seamless. Usually, when more than a dozen of them attacked together, even opponents slightly stronger than them found it hard to resist. This time, the dozen or so Mu family elites sent to intercept Xiao Yan had Dou Qi covering their bodies, indicating that their strength was clearly at the 3-star Dou level. Get lost! As the overwhelming sword shadows rushed in from all directions, Xiao Yan's face turned cold. With a sharp shout, his hand suddenly gripped the hilt of the ruler on his shoulder. As his arm swung, the massive ancient ruler of heavenly flames left his back. With a light tap of his toe, his body spun like a top, rapidly rotating at high speed. The massive black ruler unleashed a powerful force that spread out from the point of his stance. Although Xiao Yan had consumed much of his Dou Qi after refining pills for over 10 days, as a Dou Di, he could naturally absorb spiritual energy from the heavens and earth to replenish himself. And let's not forget, Xiao Yan was an alchemist. He lacked nothing but pills to restore his Dou Qi. Ding! 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 In the midst of the howling wind, where figures collided, the crisp sound of metal clashing echoed continuously. Bang! With a muffled thud, over a dozen white shadows were violently blown back from the point of contact. They slid nearly 10 meters across the ground before coming to a slow halt. Looking down at their broken swords, the faces of these Mu family elites showed a mix of surprise and unease. This guy, who could defeat Mu Lu, clearly wasn't relying on luck. After repelling over a dozen Mu family elites with a single strike, Xiao Yan's expression gradually darkened. He turned around and coldly stared at Mu Lei. What does Master Mu mean by this? Mr. Xiao Yan, until you clear your name, I'm afraid you'll have to come with me. Mu Lei responded calmly. This is the order of the city, Lord of Wu City. It seems there's no avoiding a battle today. Xiao Yan narrowed his eyes, a cold glint flashing across them. He slowly swept his gaze over everyone present, finally resting on Mu Lei. His grip on the ruler's hilt tightened slightly, and after taking a long breath, his body began to relax. Seeing Xiao Yan's body relax, Mu Lei quietly exhaled. However, just as he thought Xiao Yan was about to give up resisting, Xiao Yan suddenly stomped the ground. With an explosive burst of energy, his body transformed into a dark shadow, shooting towards the Mu family elites in the square. Watch out! Stop him! Mu Lei shouted sharply, his expression turning grim as Xiao Yan's unexpected move caught him off guard. As soon as Mu Lei's voice fell, Mu Lu, who was nearby, was the first to react. Dou Qi surged wildly from his body. With a powerful push off the ground, he shot across more than half the square like an arrow leaving the bow. His rounded palm curved and twisted, sending out several sharp gusts of wind that seemed to block Xiao Yan's retreat. This swift and fierce technique was indeed worthy of a top Mu family contender. The sharp, piercing winds behind him caused Xiao Yan to frown deeply. With a swift move, he thrust the ancient ruler of heavenly flames into the ground, abruptly halting his forward momentum. His knees bent slightly before he shot up into the sky without hesitation. 3 elders. Today we must capture Xiao Yan. Mu Lei shouted, his voice booming as he watched Xiao Yan soar into the air. With a wave of his hand, 3 elderly figures in white robes, the oldest among them, trembled slightly before vanishing. When they reappeared, they had formed a triangular formation, completely cutting off Xiao Yan's escape route. 3 powerful streams of Dou Qi surged from their bodies, locking onto Xiao Yan with an overwhelming pressure. High above, the 3 white-robed elders' Dou Qi slowly rippled. The immense overflow of Dou Qi even caused the surrounding space to appear slightly distorted. 3 Four-Star Dou at the early stage. Truly terrifying, Xiao Yan muttered, his face turning grim as he looked at the immense Dou Qi emanating from the 3 elders before him. Xiao Yan, be careful. These 3 are the Mu family elders. Though they are only at the early stage of Four-Star Dou, they are triplets, and their combined strength is no less than a mid-stage Four-Star Dou. Yu Yu's voice rang out at that moment. Xiao Yan, surrender. If Wu City has wronged you, we will apologize later, Mu Lei said, indifferent to Yu Yu revealing the secret of the Mu family elders. With their combined strength, even if Xiao Yan was at the peak of 3-star Dou, he wouldn't be able to escape, let alone if he were a 4-star Dou. Mu Lei raised his head and looked coldly at Xiao Yan, confident of victory. This is a private matter between Wu City and Xiao Yan. Anyone who intervenes is against Wu City, and their fate will be their own fault. Mu Lei warned the onlookers inside and outside the Yu family courtyard, clearly trying to deter them. Father, what should we do now? Yuru anxiously asked. Previously, when her father suffered from a hidden ailment and had little time left, Yuru had been running around every day looking for someone who could heal him, putting aside her romantic feelings. But now that her father's ailment was gone, and after spending time with Xiao Yan over the past few days, Yuru had developed a favorable impression of him. It had been a long time since she had met someone so outstanding, and it was hard not to feel a budding affection. After all, who doesn't want to find an ideal partner? This was why Yu Ru had said that she would marry whoever could cure her father. Let's wait and see. Xiao Yan probably has confidence in himself if he doesn't want us to intervene. Yu gently reassured his daughter. Since he had fallen ill, he had rarely seen her show such a girlish demeanor. Now, standing on the rooftop, he watched Xiao Yan and the Mu family. Mu Lei's words, carrying a faint hint of sternness, made the third elder of the Yu family, Yu, and the others frown slightly. They exchanged glances and decided to wait and see. Seeing that no one stepped forward to intervene, Mu Lei heaved a sigh of relief. As long as these powerful figures did not obstruct, capturing Xiao Yan would be an easy task. His gaze shifted back to Xiao Yan as he slowly raised his hand, ready to give the order to capture him. Seize him, Mu Lei ordered, his gaze coldly fixed on Xiao Yan in midair as his hand swung down decisively. With Mu Lei's command, the three white-robed elders blocking Xiao Yan's path suddenly surged with a powerful aura. The overwhelming pressure, like an impending thunderstorm, enveloped the entire Yu family courtyard. An unavoidable battle was about to erupt. Feeling the overwhelming aura emanating from the three elders that filled the sky, Xiao Yan was forced to retreat over 10 meters before he could dispel the oppressive feeling in his chest. He looked up with a serious expression at the three white-robed elders, finding the situation increasingly difficult to handle. If it were just a single early-stage Four-Star Dou, Xiao Yan wouldn't fear them in the slightest. But now, with three of them attacking at once, it was clear that Mu Lei had come prepared. For three Four-Star Dou powerhouses to personally make a move against him. Did they really think that highly of this no-name junior? In the sky above, the remaining dozen or so Mu family elites all looked up at the unfolding battle. They, too, felt it was an overreaction to send three Four-Star Dou elders to intercept Xiao Yan. After all, with the strength of those three elders in the sky, even stopping a mid-stage Four-Star Dou wouldn't be too difficult. But Xiao Yan was merely at the peak of 3-star Dou. One elder should have sufficed. Why send three? Wasn't the family head making a fuss over nothing? This sentiment wasn't limited to the Mu family elites. Even some of the prominent figures in Qing City found it hard to believe. This young fellow seems to be in a bit of trouble. With those three old guys making a move, even I would be stalled for a while. The third elder of the Yu family commented calmly as he watched the battle in the sky. Hearing this, Yu also frowned slightly and nodded, glancing at his daughter, who was deeply worried about Xiao Yan's safety. He seemed to be formulating a plan. Old man Su, aren't you going to make a move? Heh. After all, Xiao Yan is an honorary elder of our Alchemist Association, right? Bai Ruo suddenly turned to Bai Su with a grin. Haha, of course we should help, but I also want to see the extent of this boy's abilities, Bai Su replied with a smile. Bai Ruo chuckled as well. He knew his elder brother wouldn't intervene immediately to resolve Xiao Yan's crisis. His brother wanted to see Xiao Yan's limits before making any decisions. Moreover, while others might fear Wu City, Bai Su certainly didn't. Besides his strength as a 5-star Dou, his status as the president of the Alchemist Association meant that even a 5-star Dou would show him respect. And it was rumored that Bai Ruo had a formidable background. Xiao Yan, give up. Killing Wu Huan is an unforgivable crime. If you resist any further, don't blame me for what happens next. Mu Lei said loudly, his hands behind his back as he looked up at the sky. Haha, Wu City is certainly overbearing. But if you think you can catch me with just these people, you're not qualified. Xiao Yan sneered, his gaze slowly sweeping around as he searched for a way out. However, after a brief moment, he gave up on that hope. The three elders before him were far superior to him in both strength and combat experience. Their defense showed almost no flaws, and the pressure they exerted in the sky restricted his altitude. Seeing Xiao Yan's mocking expression, Mu Lei's face twitched slightly. He exhaled slowly and stopped wasting words. He suddenly swung his hand down and shouted, "Capture him!" The three Mu family elders hovered in the sky, their overwhelming Dou Qi filling the heavens and causing slight tremors in the space around them. Feeling the powerful resonance between their Dou Qi and the natural energies, a surge of confidence rose within them, quickly suppressing any doubts they had due to Xiao Yan's unusual actions. 3 4-star Dou Di, huh? Just right to test my peak 3-star Dou Di strength, Xiao Yan muttered, his battle intent surging as he looked at the 3 Mu family elders in the sky. Haha, Xiao Yan, today we'll show you that even an emperor-grade alchemist is just a joke. One of the Mu family elders with a scar over his left eye said with a bloodthirsty gleam in his eye, laughing loudly. Xiao Yan glanced calmly at the scarred elder, who was laughing wildly. He shook his head slightly, his hand forming a seal as he chuckled softly. If I, Xiao Yan, could kill Wu Huan, whom you all feared, I can certainly wipe out the likes of you. A bunch of Wu City's lapdogs. Xiao Yan knew the Mu family was determined to use the Wu Huan incident as a pretext to capture him, so he made no further explanations. Strength often speaks louder than words. Xiao Yan. Mu Lei was clearly infuriated by Xiao Yan's words, but there was some truth in them. The Mu family's role in Wu City was indeed like that of enforcers. Sky Fire 3 mysterious changes. As his words fell, Xiao Yan's hand's seal suddenly changed. With a low shout in his heart, the milky white flames within his body swiftly rotated along his meridians. A surge of violent energy immediately spread out, filling every corner of his body. Xiao Yan's true strength was around the peak of 3-star Dou Di. However, with the profound mysteries of the flame mantra and a physical body far stronger than an ordinary peak 3-star Dou Di, his combat power was on par with, or even surpassed some 3-star and 4-star Dou Di experts. With the added boost of the Sky Fire 3 mysterious changes, he could fight against the Mu family elders before him. If he further utilized his powerful Dou techniques and the effects of his heavenly flames, he could match a mid-stage 4-star Dou Di. Seeing Xiao Yan's aura suddenly surge, the Mu family elders were momentarily stunned but soon sneered inwardly. Was this the trump card he was relying on? If this is your last resort, then the 3 of us must tell you, this emperor-grade alchemist will meet his end today in front of all the people of Qing City. The scarred elder sneered, a subtle hint of threat in his voice. Ignoring their sneers, Xiao Yan clenched his hand, and the ancient ruler of heavenly flames flashed out. With a casual flick of the heavy ruler, it created sharp whistling sounds as it sliced through the air. Suddenly, the heavy ruler paused. Silver light burst forth beneath Xiao Yan's feet, followed by faint thunderclaps. His figure instantly turned into a black line, shooting out with explosive speed. Seeing Xiao Yan's sudden burst of speed, the 3 Mu family elders were slightly surprised. Then, they all sneered. The scarred elder took a step forward, appearing at a certain point that perfectly blocked Xiao Yan's attack path. The scarred elder's bloodthirsty eyes locked on Xiao Yan as he shot forward. A blood-red gleam surged in his gaze, and he clenched his fist. The blood energy gathered tightly, and without any flourish, he swung it directly at Xiao Yan. This punch didn't appear particularly cunning or fierce, but carried an immense, heavy force. Under this terrifying power, even the surrounding space seemed to distort, and the air itself compressed into a faint arc. An invisible air cannon formed on his fist, accompanied by a piercing whistling sound that resonated through the sky. Facing the scarred elder's straightforward offensive, Xiao Yan's expression remained unchanged. The Dou Qi within his body roared like a torrent through his meridians. Gripping the hilt of the ruler tightly, thick milky white flames quickly surged out, enveloping the heavy ruler entirely. Then, without any attempt to dodge, Xiao Yan gripped the ruler with both hands and smashed it down fiercely against the scarred elder's blood-red fist. Clang! The moment their attacks clashed, a loud, metallic sound rang out, reverberating in the ears of countless onlookers below, causing a buzzing sensation. Some of the weaker spectators even felt a sharp pain in their eardrums. In the sky, at the point of contact, powerful ripples of energy spread out like water waves, and both figures were violently forced back after a brief exchange. The overwhelming force transmitted through the heavy ruler caused Xiao Yan's hands to go numb. The power of this scarred elder was somewhat unexpected, but it seemed he had overestimated himself. After retreating a few steps, the scarred elder stabilized his stance. His eyes darkened as he glanced at the redness on his fist, a result of being scorched by intense heat. He couldn't help but mutter, "What a strange flame." The scarred elder had naturally seen the milky white flames on Xiao Yan's heavy ruler before, but he hadn't thought much of it. After all, sacred flames were exceedingly rare. However, upon contact, he quickly realized that the blood-red energy formed by their combined efforts was becoming somewhat illusory under the burning of the milky white flame, causing his heart to tremble. Moreover, that milky white flame had managed to sneak a tiny wisp directly into their hearts during their combined attack on Xiao Yan. This seemingly insignificant flame immediately began to consume their Dou Qi and disrupt their concentration, forcing them to divert their energy to defend against it. With his experience, he knew very well that any flame capable of incinerating even this blood-red energy into an ethereal state was no ordinary fire. On the Dou continent, only the most terrifying sacred flames could achieve such a feat. It's not a sacred flame. The power of a sacred flame far surpasses this, the scarred elder, evidently the leader of the trio, remarked after a moment of surprise. Seeing the scarred elder suffer a setback, the faces of the other two elders darkened slightly. Clearly, they had underestimated this young man. Delay brings danger. Attack together and kill him. The scarred elder's bloodthirsty gaze fixed on Xiao Yan as he waved his hand and commanded in a deep voice. The other two elders nodded, understanding the need to avoid underestimating their opponent again. The scarred elder had already paid the price for his arrogance, and they couldn't be sure if this young man had other tricks up his sleeve. It was best to eliminate him quickly. With their minds made up, the three Mu family elders wasted no time. Their figures flickered simultaneously, and within a single breath, they closed in on Xiao Yan. They swiftly spread out, forming a triangular formation to surround him. Seeing their swift formation, Xiao Yan's brows furrowed slightly. He could clearly feel that all his escape routes had been blocked by the three of them. In this formation, his only option was to face their attacks head-on. There was no other way out. The Mu family certainly has some skills, but I wonder why they are willing to act as Wu City's lackeys? Xiao Yan thought with a hint of surprise. Suddenly, he felt a chill down his spine. Without hesitation, he swung the heavy ruler fiercely behind him. Boom! As the heavy ruler came down, a figure suddenly appeared. It was the scarred elder. At this moment, his hands were enveloped in blood-red energy, vaguely transforming into a pair of massive bare paws. When Xiao Yan's heavy ruler swung towards him, he directly reached out with his bare paws to forcibly grab it. Xiao Yan's hand twitched, but the heavy ruler remained motionless. His expression darkened as he focused, and the dense milky white flames quickly surged forth. Under the searing heat of the heavenly flame, the massive blood-red energy bare paws emitted a sizzling sound, and wisps of white smoke began to rise. However, the elder refused to let go. With a sudden roar, his arms bulged with veins, and he unleashed a terrifying force, forcibly wrenching the ancient ruler of heavenly flames from Xiao Yan's grip. As the ancient ruler of heavenly flames was forcibly taken from him, Xiao Yan didn't even blink. His feet flashed with silver light, and his body shot forward, leaving a series of afterimages trailing behind him. With the ancient ruler of heavenly flames out of his hand, Xiao Yan's aura surged dramatically. Without the ruler's mysterious suppression effect on his Dou Qi, this was Xiao Yan at his true peak. The distance between them closed in an instant under Xiao Yan's swift movements. His fist clenched tightly, and the knuckles of his middle finger jutted out oddly. He then struck fiercely at the scarred elder's chest. Octane Blast! As his fist reached within half a foot of the scarred elder's chest, it suddenly unleashed a powerful force. Under this force, the air itself was sliced through, leaving a faint trace, and the sharp sound of tearing air howled in their ears. It was the Octane Blast. Although this technique was a lower-tier Dou skill, Its hidden internal force was so subtle that even the three Mu family elders couldn't detect it while they were distracted, fending off the strange flames within their bodies. Besides, Xiao Yan's strength was at the Dou D level, and executing the Octane Blast could sometimes achieve unexpected results. Bang! At such close range, the three elders were all preoccupied with expelling the wisp of flame within them, leaving the scarred elder with no time to dodge. He had no choice but to take Xiao Yan's blow head-on. The terrifying force exploded on the scarred elder's chest, causing a visible dent in his chest. He stumbled back several steps, his shoulder twitching as he forcibly steadied himself. Cough, cough, cough. The scarred elder coughed up a mouthful of blood, then shouted angrily, "Kill him!" Having repelled the scarred elder with a single strike, Xiao Yan's brow furrowed slightly as the elder retreated. Using his keen soul perception, Xiao Yan noticed that his attack had significantly weakened the scarred elder's aura. While Xiao Yan's heavenly flame wasn't as powerful as a sacred flame, it was still a fusion of 23 different heavenly flames. The scene that had just unfolded was the result of Xiao Yan using the characteristics of the void-swallowing flame and the pure lotus demon flame to disrupt the three elders' concentration. Otherwise, Xiao Yan wouldn't have found it so easy to land a hit. Rank 3rd, the pure lotus demon flame has the special effect of purifying all things. Anything that even slightly touches it would be purified into nothingness. It could even enter a person's body through their emotions, purifying their physical body, soul, and Dou Qi into nothingness. Rank 2nd, the void-swallowing flame has the power to devour all things. Therefore, the three elders had no choice but to divert a significant portion of their strength to guard against the sudden flames within their hearts. As these thoughts flickered through his mind, Xiao Yan did not slow down his actions. With a low shout, milky white flames erupted from his body like a volcano, quickly condensing into a milky white fire armor over his body. As the fire armor formed, a fierce gust of wind followed immediately, slamming heavily onto the thick layer of fire armor, releasing a powerful force that even caused slight tremors in the surrounding space. Taking such a heavy hit, Xiao Yan let out a muffled groan from his throat. Silver light flashed under his feet, and his figure darted away like a swimming fish. Seeing his punch land on Xiao Yan, the elder smirked but did not pursue. Instead, he stepped back. "Big brother, are you okay?" The other two elders quickly rushed to the scarred elder's side, asking with concern. "Cough, cough, cough, I'm fine," the scarred elder replied after swallowing a few pills. "Xiao Yan, is it? Today, even with wings, you won't escape," he declared, his voice steadying as the effects of the pills began to take hold.